Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Abby Thompson.
And I'm Shelby Witt.
We would like to extend a warm welcome to all of the families and friends here to support the graduates,
as well as Board of Education members, administration, teachers, staff, and finally to the class of 2014. Thank you for joining us on this special day. At this time, we would like to introduce the senior ensemble singing As Time Goes By.
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome family, friends, and guests to the commencement ceremony for the Salina High School South class of 2014. At this time, I would like to recognize several special guests. Faculty members from South High, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for a great year. On the platform today, if you would stand as I call your name, Superintendent Mr. William Hall, USD 305 board members, Nedra Elbel, Dr. Phil Black, Carol Brandert, Brett Cooper, Mary Ann Trickle, and Jonna Vossler. Representing South High, Assistant Principal Curtis Stevens, and Gary White. Senior Counselor Heather Smith, and Senior Class Sponsor Larry Nutter. Thank you for joining us today. I have one more person to introduce, and at this time it's my privilege to introduce our speaker, Mr. Josh Massey. Each year, the seniors select the commencement speaker. I was not surprised at all this year when I was told that the class had invited Mr. Massey, a South High social studies teacher, to speak. After finishing 7 years in the United States Army, Mr. Massey worked at Southeast of Salina as a building manager. He made the decision to pursue a degree in education, and we're all thankful for that. He attended Kansas Wesleyan University and earned a Bachelor of Arts in History Education. He has taught in our Social Studies department at South for 4 years. Josh was honored as a Kansas Horizon Award winner after his first year in the classroom for excellent performance. Please help me welcome Mr. Massey at this time.
I'm going to start by telling you how thankful that I am to you guys for asking me to speak to you today. This is the greatest honor that I've ever had, so thank you very much. So, this is your time to shine. That's what a friend said to me when I told him that I'd been asked to speak here today. He said, well, you better make it a good speech because this is their time to shine. I thought, oh man, how can I write a good speech that's supposed to be full of momentous thoughts and feelings and stuff and still weave a bunch of nerd references into it, which you guys know that I love. So I tried to put it together, and I actually ended up putting the speech off because the daily grind got to me, and I was like, okay, well, that's not due until this date. That's not due until this date, and at one point, Teresa Heidi, who is one of the many people who work in your school system, whose performance is absolutely essential to your success, but who works behind the scenes almost entirely. She caught me walking through the office one day and she said, what's the title of your commencement speech, Massey? And I went, it has to have a title? Because I'd never done this before. So I put this off, and as soon as she said that, it became like as big as the Star Destroyer coming across the screen in the opening of Star Wars. It became this huge monumental task. And so I sat down one day and I'm sitting at my desk and there were a bunch of ungraded papers from you guys on the desk, and I had these copy center receipt slips, and I grabbed my red pen and I started jotting down notes. And I kept struggling with the same question, which is, what do I have left to say to you? We've been through a lot together. I have had most of this class in my classes at least once. You guys have heard what I have to say. You've got the Massey view. You're forming your view. All right, that's the important view. So I kept saying, what do I have left to say to them? And finally, I think I came up with something fairly decent here. What is important about today is that you are beginning something new. This is not the end of a thing. This is a beginning of a thing. This is your rite of passage. All right? You're sitting there right now as children. You entered this building as children. You're going to get up in a few minutes. You're going to cross this stage. And when you sit back down again, you're going to be adults. Adult responsibilities will be expected of you at this point. Okay? Adult things will be expected of you. But for right now, you've weathered the storm. You made it through high school. And some of you have worked very, very hard to get there. For some of you, this effort has been Herculean. All right? There are students in this graduating class that have had every excuse to have failed and did not fail, that you made it. All right? You've achieved your diploma against all the odds. And some of you have realized through hard work in academics, sport, theater, music, a dozen other activities that I could name, that you've realized just what you're made of. Okay? Some of you have not. Some of you are not there yet. Some of you have not shone brightly yet. All right? But you have time to learn. You have time to get there. So this is your time to shine. What does that mean? Okay, who's shining brightest out there? All right? Are the people with the special awards and honors that I see out there, well deserved though they are they outshining the people whose equally hard work got them here but without those honors? And more importantly, why does this whole ritual that we must go through here have a higher meaning than just a task to be completed? How can we recognize all of the achievement before us, great and small, give you the recognition you deserve without overcrediting you for completing a thing that you were expected to complete in the first place? And the simple answer is that we can't. We can't do that. Today, you are being recognized because you've made it. You're not being recognized for the effort in itself. You're being recognized because you made it. And for each of you, this was a different level of sacrifice and difficulty. All right, so how is it possible to shine in that case? Well, you've shined during poetry slams here very recently. You've shined making music and art. You've shined on athletic fields and courts. You've shined academically, some of you very brightly, but also some of you when you were snatching victory from the jaws of defeat and coming through in the academic clutch. And right now I am talking to you, Carlos Medina. I'm talking to you, Jaden Carr. We are proud of you. All right? Some of you have shined in other ways. I was recently treated to a sociology experiment video with the hall manager, Sean Smith, and I will never forget that. That was incredible. That was very good, man. But here's the thing. You've shined when we've watched, but a lot of the time people shine and it goes unnoticed. When have you shined the most? Okay? You shine the most when you've given a word of encouragement to another kid who is feeling down that day. That's when you've shined, okay? You shine by driving to a friend's house in the middle of a crisis so that you can tell them things that will make them feel loved and valued again, okay? You shined while working by the light of a glowing cell phone or the dome lights of a school bus when all you really wanted was a little sleep. You shine by making good decisions when a bad decision would have been easier. And when work and school and sport and theater and family and friends and everything else in your life was pressing down on you and you could have picked a fight and you didn't. You just said, okay. You just said, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You shined right then, okay? So sit here today proud of yourself and thankful that high school is almost finished. You might be terrified about what comes next and you're at least excited and a little worried, and that's okay. That's how it should be. We are all in this moment here because we are supposed to be here. So think for a moment about the friends and family all around you. Each one of these people has had their role in your success. Someone here in this room right now has encouraged you or pushed you when you needed to be pushed. All right? Someone here has taught you a lesson, good or bad, that led you to this moment or helped to lead you to this moment. And no one here today is perfect, but they have shined when you needed them to. The people all around you, family, friends, teachers, have been here for you. We have watched you grow over these last few years, and we are proud of you. So understand that to have times like this, you have to shine when no one is watching. There are dark nights of study and work ahead of you. Hard decisions about what is right and what feels good are ahead of you. There are no Vita rays or gamma rays to make you stronger. All right? There are no sonic screwdrivers to fix things. To have moments like this, you have to pay your dues, but there are harder things than paying your dues. To have moments like this, the one you're in right now, you must be kind in the face of cruelty. You must work when play would be easier. You must hold fast, and guys, never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. Each one of you sitting here today is bigger on the inside than you are on the outside. And that one was for you, Shelby Logan. So, this is how you shine. This is how it is done. As you sit here on this day in front of these good people who are here because they love and support you, understand that you're shining right now because of the work you have done up to this point. Your choices, your sacrifices, and your goals are dictating how brightly. Some of you are shining clear and sharp as a Jedi lightsaber right now. And some of you are not there yet, but your time will come. We all have our day in the sun. There really is a superhero in all of us, and that's why we like him so much. So I'm going to close with this. Frank Herbert wrote, "A beginning is a very delicate time." Today is not the end of a thing, guys. Today is the beginning of the next stage of your personal evolution. Treat it in every beginning in your life very carefully. I don't remember what my high school commencement speaker said to me. I have no memory of that day that includes that speech. But I do remember what my dad said to me. He said to me on that day, he said, "Walk forward, hold your head up high and be proud. Go ahead now with faith, peace, and courage." Congratulations, guys.
Before I begin my speech today, there's something I told myself I would do. Awesome. Friends, family, faculty, administration, but most of all, the class of 2014. We did it, guys. 4 years of excelling at sports, academic competition, forensics and debate, robotics, drama, journalism, and everything else have led us here. While this is the moment that most of us have been counting down to for years, a few of us have been dreading it for just as long. Going through the years, I thought that senior year, and more specifically graduation, was going to be the point at which we all had to grow up. We ride in on tricycles and leave with ties and briefcases. But then I thought, why should we grow up? Who says that growing up makes things any better? To quote a personal hero, I note that Walt Disney once said, "That's the real trouble with the world. Too many people grow up." Didn't see that one coming, did you? But really, I feel it's true. Too many people feel that high school graduation is the beginning of adulthood, the first step into the real world. If we're about to enter the real world, what world have we been living to up until now? Entering the real world isn't about making some sort of physical change from child to adult. We shouldn't abandon the curiosity and imagination that have gotten us here. If we cease to dream big and to set lofty goals, then we abandon the childhood innocence and agree to settle for average. Our class is anything but average. As we head out into the great unknown, let's remember the good advice that we have gotten as we've been growing up. When we were kids and our parents were starting to get fed up with us, what did they do? They put on a movie so they could get some peace and quiet for an hour and a half. My favorites, of course, were always Disney movies. However, aside from keeping us occupied for a little while, these films taught us lessons about life that hold true today. Here's a reminder of advice for life courtesy of Disney. Pinocchio, always let your conscience be your guide. Even when Foulfellow and Gideon try to take you off the path to your goals, always think about what's best for you. Peter Pan, a little positivity never hurts. Whatever's bringing you down, be it work, school, your social life, or pirates, putting a positive spin on it will make the task more easily accomplished. The Little Mermaid, don't follow your dreams, chase them. Anything worth attaining, such as a new life on dry land, is a challenge. Beauty and the Beast, beauty is only skin deep. Always look beyond the surface. Aladdin, don't try to be someone you aren't. Prince Ali may get all the ladies, but he's kind of a jerk. Don't be a jerk. The Lion King, try as you may, you can't run from who you are. Simba may try to hide from his past, but sooner or later he has to confront his uncle for the good of the pride. Have the courage to confront what you need to confront. Pocahontas, if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll find things you never knew you never knew. Okay, show of hands, how many people wanted to start singing right there? I figured. The Emperor's New Groove, to be greedy is to be lonely. Emperor Cusco finds out that the material possessions he has are not nearly as precious as the relationships he forms with the people around him. Look toward establishing new relationships as you grow. Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. No matter what's your situation, no matter what's bringing you down, just keep working through it. Up, when one chapter of our life ends, another begins. Many times, Paradise Falls isn't what it's made out to be. The real reward comes in the journey. Monsters University. Just because you don't accomplish your goals doesn't mean that you failed. We learn more from failure than we do from success. And finally, not Disney, but still good advice from the Broadway musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you. Go out and find your new happiness. I hope that we will all reflect upon our years at South High fondly. We are on to bigger and better things, be it further education, the workforce, or the military. Some of the friendships and bonds we've created here will last for life. Others may begin to fade. However, we will always be connected as the class of 2014, and nothing that anybody may say or do can change that. Mark my words, we are going to do big things in the future. Big things are always spontaneous and new. They rarely follow the status quo. That's why big things rarely come from people who grow up. I'd like to close my speech today with a few thank yous. Thank you to all of the coaches and scoutmasters and mentors that have guided us and turned us into the people we are today. Thank you to all of the teachers and administrators who have imparted their knowledge and wisdom to us for the past 13 years. Thank you to our parents who taught us right from wrong and managed to love us and support us at our best and at our worst. And last but not least, thank you, my fellow classmates. It has been an honor and a pleasure growing up with you all. Thank you.
Graduation marks an important milestone in every young person's life. Each year, we take a little time at our commencement ceremony to uphold the outstanding traditions and programs at South High School. I want to talk a little bit about our 4 students who have won the Citizenship Awards. The outstanding citizens are recognized each year for excellence as exemplary young people who have demonstrated a marked respect for country, assumed responsibility for improving school and community, and showing reverence for life. Students, as I call your names, please stand and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all 4 students have been introduced. The outstanding young citizens, as selected by their peers for the class of 2014, are Douglas DeWint and Marissa Mitchell. Please stand. The outstanding young citizens, as selected by the faculty and staff for the class of 2014, are Dalton Pittenger and Sarah McConnell. Congratulations. We really respect your leadership and your character. You may be seated. This year, we had 12 students who achieved a GPA of 4.0 every single semester throughout their high school career. Students, as I call your names, please stand and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause. Molly Elizabeth Corbett, Laura Caitlin Haas, Michael William Hutton, Michaela Marie Yonda, Kevin Michael Kraus, Shelby Lynn Logan, Courtney Lauren Main, Josie Renee Mallory, Sarah Lynn McConnell, Marissa R. Mitchell, Shaylin Dawn Sweet, and Shelby Taylor Witt. Congratulations. Please remain standing. Okay, these students should stay standing because now I will recognize the top 10% of the graduating class. The students before you are included in the top 10%. Please hold your applause again, and I need the following students to stand. Courtney Alana Borkerding, Douglas Wayne DeWint, Timory Jane Harrington, Tyler Shane Irwin, Anne Olivia Jones, Hannah Elizabeth McGrath, John Garrett Mortimer, Dalton Michael Pittenger, Madison Sue Pittenger, Emily Christine Scragg, Katie J. Simson, Emily Ann Steele, Richard John Tuskowitz III, Courtney Linnell Tootin, and Walker L. Vinson. Congratulations on your record of academic excellence. You may be seated. Our intention is that this afternoon's activities are dignified and pay proper respect to each and every graduate. To create that atmosphere, I need your assistance. We ask that you not use air horns while the students are being presented their diplomas. There will be a time for celebration after all students have been presented a diploma. By doing so, it will allow every single family to hear their child's name read. Will the class of 2014 please stand? We're not giving diplomas yet, so that was okay. Okay. Mrs. Ebel, USD 305 Board of Education members, Mr. Hall, faculty, parents, relatives, and guests, Each member of the class standing before you at this time has completed the requirements required by the Kansas State Department of Education, USD 305, and Salina High School South. Each member of the class of 2014 standing before you now is recommended to receive a diploma. I present to you the class from Salina High School South of 2014.
Samantha L. Allen. Austin J. Anschutz. Claudia J. Aranda. Alicia P. Artis. Kelly Ann Armstrong. Reed William Ash. Alyssa Ann Baker. Jasmine Becerra. Sierra M. Barnes. Randall Bates. Matthew Ryan Beans. Daylin Josie Belden. Robert R. Berg, Jr. Caitlin Brianne Burnt. Jordan Nicole Berry. Shayla Marie Betzold. Garrett L. Bledsoe. Shy Marie Bushling. Brianna Mia Bohannon. Peyton Marie Bonilla. Courtney Alana Borkerding. Tyler T. Busanavong. Isaiah E. Braden. Braden Anthony Branham. India Morgan Brailsford. Jeremy C. Bridges. Shauna Madison Brown. Brandon Nicholas Birch. Elias Lujan Cabrera. Cade M. Calvert. Elsmerada M. Campa. Amara Danae Campbell. Ashley L. Campbell. Hunter R. Campbell. Boderick William Cantrell. Jaden Nichelle Carr. Christiana Reina Carrasco. Victor Arturo Carrasco. Jonathan Carrillo. Alberto Castro. Vanessa Castro. Lorena Karina Chavez. Hunter L. Clarkson. Molly Elizabeth Corbett. Kevrick L. Cox. Raven D. Kraus. Nathan A. Kernett. Andy Davis. Claudia De Luna. Anelli De La Cruz. Cynthia Delgado. Sarah Nicole Dennis.
Douglas Wayne DeWint. Gage W. Dickey. Jennifer Den. Jonathan Dominguez. Lane Michael Driscoll. Jack Riley Duffield. Victor Isabel Escalante. Alondra Escamilla Arcio. Joshua Ferguson. Callie J. Ferguson. Kendra M. Ferguson. Maria Fernanda Fierro. Brianna M. Flores. Thomas J. Forrester. Ryan A. Fox. Ashley Ann Freeland. Chantel Lene Gaddis. Alexia Lizette Garcia Fajardo. Anna Karen Garcia. Angeles Garcia. Dominic J. Garcia. Yanette Garcia. Jennifer Marie Gartner. Caitlin Marie Glick. Angel Renee Gonzalez. Caitlin Paige Goodwin. Daniel E. Gordon. Kylie M. Gordon. Salina K. Guajardo. Tristan S. Hassey. Andrew Charles Haynes. Kelsey A. Hall. Taylor Paige Hannes. Dalton Luke Harmon. Tyler Lee Herbst. Timory Jane Harrington. Laura Caitlin Haas. Amanda Lynn Huell Phillips. Michael William Hutton. Tyler Shane Irwin. Aaron Jacob Itchner. Michaela Marie Yonda. Kristen Anna Jewell. Dakota Neal Johnson. Anne Olivia Jones. Michael S. Jones. Olivia Yonin Joe. Audrey Ann Kinkler. Karen Elizabeth Corby. Christopher James Korch. Justin S. Korch. Sarah M. Koshgarian, Zachary David Koshgarian, Kevin Michael Kraus,
Jennifer E. Creer, Samuel Raymond Krug, Brandon E. Labarge, John James Lackey, Caitlin Marie Langdon, Chelselyn N. Larson, Almondy Leadon, Nathan Ray Leiby, Jacob A. Linenberger, Shelby Lynn Logan, Alex Anthony Lopez, Luz Maria Lopez, Annalyn Martha Lawrenson, Tierra Rain Lundgren, Elizabeth C. Magnuson Martinez, Courtney Lauren Main, Josie Renee Mallory, Aaron L. Marr, Lizette Martinez, Manuel Alejandro Martinez, Myra Martinez, Braden L. Matthews, Cheyenne M. Maxey, Taylor Jade Mayfield, Jessica Marie McCartney, Haley Joelle McClellan, Sarah Lynn McConnell, Tyler J. McElwee. Hannah Elizabeth McGrath. Chris Michael McLeroy. John R. McNabb. Sean Robert Meckley. Carlos Damian Medina. Valencia Anita Medina. David Andrew Mimmet. Austin J. Metner. Caitlin Ann Miller. Kyla Dawn Miller. Dakota Luis Mills. Avery T. Mitchell. Ethan R. Mitchell. Marissa R. Mitchell. Mariah Ruby Morales. Andrea Moreno. John Garrett Mortimer. Zachary William Nachbar. Nuttapon James Knockrob. B. Win Win. Brandy Win. Allison Danae Oliver. Carly Brianne Olson. Hector D. Ortega. Sage Riley Otter. Brittany K. Papita. Quentin Dwayne Penn. Erica S. Perez. Fallon Rose Perez. Callie J. Peters. Lauren Elizabeth Peterson. Sarah Pomponsi. Mackenzie R. Pilgrim. Madison Sue Pittenger.
Lisbeth Guadalupe Polo Arcenega. Ethan Wyatt Pristak. Dakota J. Radial. Liliana R. Ramirez. Larissa Lynn Ramsey. Weston W. Ray. Lucas C. Renz. Alyssa Paige Robin. Wesley Hayden Robertson. Rolando Rocha. Bianca Liliana Rodriguez. Lupita A. Rodriguez. Mitchell E. Rotes. Stacia Elisa Rosales. Jose Ruiz. Sarah Jordan Russo. Chase E. Ryan. Sierra Nicole Sanders. Emily Christine Scragg. Madison L. Searcy. Hope Alexandria Seconder. Lydia Suzanne Shaw. Katie J. Simpson. Paige M. Serminsky. Heather Marie Simon. Haley Renee Sitton.
Cole P. Smith. Sean M. Smith. Katie E. Snyder. Abelino Soto. Michaela Jordan Stanford. Emily Ann Steele. Ashley Ann Marie Stevens. Olivia Renee Steinman. Justin C. Stonebreaker. Annika Paige Sundell. Shaylin Dawn Sweet. Logan Nicole Terry Hinks. Grant Dean Thayer. Amanda B. Timigan. Taziah K. Thompson. Wanye Noel Thompson. Chelsea D. Toothman. Richard John Tuskowitz III. Courtney Linnell Tootin. Zachary Allen Upshaw. Callie Grace Vesser. Walker L. Vinson. Andrew P. Wallace. Richard D. Walters. Emily J. Washington. Alvin DeMarco Wins Jr. Madison Page Witter. Jessie May Yarhowitz. Jeremy Q. Young. Macy A. Young. Nicholas M. Zajac. Roberto Zadarin Peralta. Tanner Joseph Salinka. Anna K. Zerker.
Abigail Lorraine Thompson. Shelby Taylor Witt. Katie Nicole O'Donnell. Morgan Augusta Bryant. Dalton Michael Pittenger.
Class of 2014, please stand. You may transfer your tassels. Congratulations.
Get close.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Katie O'Donnell.
And I am Morgan Bryant.
Now, I know that we are the only reason keeping you from leaving these doors as a successful adult with your high school diploma, so we are trying to keep this as short as possible.
We would like to congratulate all of our fellow classmates. We would also like to thank family members, friends, and teachers that have helped us along our journeys. As a class, let's take this time to celebrate our accomplishments, but as well celebrate the starting of our new chapters.
It has been an amazing last couple of years, and there's not another group of people I'd want to spend it with. Thanks for the memories.
Congratulations, class of 2014.